Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, June 2nd, and I am in sort of like a reading slump, I think. I'm not entirely sure, honestly, because I've been reading like almost every day, but I've been reading like very little compared to like how much I usually read. So I don't know if it's a slump, if I'm just tired. I don't know what's happening, but the truth is I have not been reading like nearly as much as usual and nearly as much as I like would want to. So I want to try to fix that this week, hopefully. And I was gonna say reading two books, but like one of them I got 30 pages in like a week ago and then didn't touch it again. So am I really reading it? Question mark. But I would like to read it this week, at least to make some progress in it, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury. I read 3 chapters, which got me to page 32. That's it, but hopefully I will read more of this week. And then I am rereading The Eye of the World. I am 559 pages in. I read like already around 50 pages today. And like, again, I don't think I will read any more tonight because it's very late already. So like, again, I read, but like less than I usually do because I usually read more than 50 pages per day. So, like double or triple that. So I'm reading, but I'm not reading as much as usual. But yeah, I am like, I think this is 70% in. So like, ideally, I would love to finish this book this week. I'm having a lot of fun. This is the first book in the Wheel of Time series, which is fantasy, a massive fantasy series with 14 books. I mean, technically 15 because there's a prequel, but yeah, massive. There are, I think I looked it up. I mean, I know I looked it up, but I think that the whole series has like 12,000 pages. So that is a lot of pages. And this one has like 700 and something before we get to the glossary. 771. So I have just over 200 pages to go. So like, normally I would definitely be able to finish this book this week. I would be able to finish it like in the next few days. But the way things are going, I'm not entirely sure. And honestly, I think like during the weekend, I won't be reading at all. Like on Saturday, I'm almost certain that I won't read at all because I have like a wedding to go to. And, we're going to leave like in the morning. And then I'm sure we'll get like home like very late. So yeah, I don't think I will read at all. And then on Sunday, it's actually like the party celebration thingy of like my hometown that like happens once a year. It's like the day after the wedding. So I will have like people over at my place for like lunch, but then things always like stretch until dinner. So if I do read, it'll only be like Sunday night, but I think I will be like too tired from 2 full days of socializing to do anything. So I might just like, exist and stare into space and do nothing. So yeah, the likelihood of me reading a single page during this weekend is very low, but I would like to, I would like to read during the week. But also on Thursday, I'm going to like have dinner with a couple friends. So also not going to be reading on Thursday, like much at least. I just suddenly remember that. So yeah, is this the week for me to get out of this weird funk that I'm in? I don't know. Like I want to. I would love to, but we'll see, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, the books that I'm going to be focusing on this week are definitely these two. I don't want to start anything else because if I start something else, I will not finish these. At least like this one, because like this one I'm very in the mood for. This one I am not. So if I start something else, especially like if I start something that like turns out I really enjoy, I'm not gonna want to pick this one up. So I'm not gonna do that. And yeah, I might finish like this one before jumping into Court of Mist and Fury. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm definitely more in the mood to read this one. But yeah, I think that is everything that I had to tell you for the intro of this vlog. And yeah, welcome to the vlog. Okay, so this is hopefully gonna be a pretty quick update because it's 1 a.m. But I was gonna update yesterday and then I didn't. And I just got home like a half an hour ago, maybe. And I'm here to update, and it is a Thursday. And remember when I said that I would not start a new book until at least I finish The Eye of the World? Well, I lied because I am here. It says 60, but I am over 60% because I did read some of it. I mean, I listened to some of it today on the way to work. So maybe like 70% into another book. However, which I started either Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. However, I did finish The Eye of the World last night. So, finished the book, and I love that for me. And I had so much fun reading this. I still have like some of the, not really like pacing complaints as much as I did the first time I read it, because the first time I read it, the pacing, like at times it really bothered me because it is very slow. Like the middle part of the book is very, very slow. And I didn't love that. And although like it's still not my favorite pacing, like now that I know things and I can catch like all of the details, everything that people are saying that will connect to things like in the future, I appreciate the slow part like way more. So that part, like being slow, didn't actually bother me. What I still have like some complaints about is like the info dumping. Sometimes like a character is telling like a whole like history of a place or a person or like an era, and it's like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of that person just literally info dumping, and it's just like a lot of information that like even me who has like read the series before, like the things that I don't like know that well, that like didn't stick the first time, I doubt they will stick the second time, just like being delivered that way. You know what I mean? So like I understand it in the moment, but if you ask me to tell the story of like a certain figure, I couldn't tell you. I literally couldn't tell you. But other than that, had a lot of fun. And the first time I read it, I gave it 3.5 stars, and now I'm giving it 4 stars. So yeah, that's that. I read one chapter of A Court of Mist and Fury today, so not much to talk about, or anything to talk about there. But the other book that I am reading is The Memory Collectors, which is sci-fi. And this is like, we're following 4 characters. Don't ask me to tell you their names because I don't know. Like, one is Elizabeth, and I think that's all I've got. And basically, like, they are using a sort of time machine, not really, but they can like travel in the past, and like whatever happens, they have like 1 hour to be there supposedly, and like whatever happens there won't affect the future. And basically like people choose to do that to be either like with someone that they've lost or something, or that their life was somehow before better and they want to go back to a moment where they had that life that they miss. And so we're following 4 characters, and one of them like wants to go back because like their son is no longer alive. Then we have someone who like was like suffered an accident, and so they want to go back like before the accident. Someone who like someone that they loved just kind of like disappeared. And then we have someone who like made like a pretty big mistake and like ruined other people's lives and also like their own life. And so we are following those four people as they go back, and they realize that after like the 1 hour is up, they were not like extracted from there. They are still there, and they find it weird, but they also at the same time think that, they take that as an opportunity to stay there and maybe correct some mistakes that they did, knowing that like it won't affect the future, but they don't know for like how long they will be stuck there, so they will like make the most of it basically. And then we realize that like they're all kind of connected. I mean, not kind of, they're all like connected, like in one specific day, all of their lives connected. And it's also related to like the reason why they went back in time to like a better time is like connected to that day specifically. And so we are seeing how all of that unfolds and like what they're gonna do, where they are like trying to change again, knowing that it won't change the future, but like, trying to change while they're there. And I'm really liking it. I like, now that I'm in part three, I definitely like parts one and two more than part three. Part three, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I think I have like, at the speed that I listen to, I have around 40 minutes left. So I will finish it tomorrow most likely. So like, yeah, I was way more excited in part one and two. Like I was having such a good time. I was like really, on the edge of my seat. I was really invested. Now I'm just like, whatever, it's fine. I'm not obsessed with it anymore, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm still liking it. I'm still very curious to see where it goes and how it goes. But yeah, that's what I've been reading. And so, like I said, I will most likely finish the Memory Collectors tomorrow and hopefully read some of A Court of Mist and Fury. And yeah, today I got home like very late because I went to have dinner with my bestie, and then we just, stayed out. We went to a sort of carnival as well, and, walked around, played a couple games, and just, hung out. And yeah, I got home very late, but it was a very fun. And yeah, that's why I got home so late, because we, got on the subway to come to our houses. And yeah, it was a very fun. I'm very tired, but very happy as well. And yeah, that's everything I think that has happened that was interesting. It was literally just a night. And yeah, tomorrow I'm going back to my parents' house. Then on Saturday I have a wedding, and then on Sunday I have like the party thingy of my hometown with people at my place. So a lot of socializing coming my way. I am unprepared, but yeah, maybe I'll talk to you like tomorrow night, because I will hopefully have finished Memory Collectors. So I'll just give you like the final review of that. And hopefully maybe I will have read some of A Court of Mist and Fury. That would be great. That would be great. But yeah, I will probably talk to you tomorrow night. And then honestly, I don't know, because a lot going on. But yeah, that's all for now.
Mais o que queria numa palavra diria empate. Sei.
Hello. Okay, so it is Monday. I'm here to wrap up the vlog. And actually, I haven't read anything since I last talked to you, because I think, maybe I didn't. I was gonna say, I think I updated you after I finished, what was even the book called? The Memory Collectors. Maybe I didn't update. I don't even remember. Like, I know I talked to you on Thursday night. I don't remember if I talked to you after that, to be honest. So like, I don't know if I had already finished it or not, but I did finish it. And honestly, my thoughts like remain the same as they were like when I talked to you on Thursday, which is like I really, really liked parts 1 and 2. Like I was really into the story. I was very invested. I really wanted to see like where it went. And like I was very like invested like in all of the characters and like their plot lines and what they were trying to get back, basically like what they had gone into the past to sort of recover or to like live through again. I was really into like all of the storylines. But then like part 3 was just okay and kind of lost me a little bit. Like I was a little bored, honestly. So yeah, like overall, I did like the book. I did have a good time, but the ending was just okay, I guess. And I think I am gonna give it 3.5 stars. And that is all that I have read. I haven't made any more progress in A Court of Mist and Fury either since I last talked to you because I mean, again, I don't know because I don't know where I was when I talked to you because I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday. But I got to page 95. I don't know if that's like where I was or not, but yeah, I'm only this much in. I'm on chapter 9 and I am enjoying it. I'm not like obsessed with it, but I'm only like less than 100 pages in, so definitely can change. But yeah, I didn't read at all on Saturday or Sunday because there was a lot going on. Because like on Saturday we did have the wedding and like my mom and I had to like go get our hair done at 10 and then we went to the wedding and we only got back home like very, 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 very late. It was technically already Sunday, so I didn't read anything. And then Sunday, yesterday, I also didn't really have any time to read because had people over at the house like the whole day because it was since like lunchtime and obviously like before we had to prep lunch. So yeah, people were here from like lunchtime to dinner time. And then after dinner, like my mom and I went to like the concert that was happening and then we only got back at like half past midnight or something, maybe a little later, I think. So yeah, I was like I stayed up still like actually a very long time, but I was very tired to actually read anything, so I was just like watching YouTube and talking to my best friend. And yeah, that was it. Also yesterday there was a finals of the Nations League. I think that it's what it's called in English. And it was Portugal against Spain. And Portugal actually won. So that was super fun as well. So I also like watched that game. And it was happening like while we were having dinner and like after dinner as well, because like they were tied at the end of the 90 minutes. So they had to go into like extra time. And then they were still tied at the end of extra time. So they had to go to the like penalty shots and that's where we won. So that was super fun. It was a very long game, but yeah, after the game is when we went to the concert. And yeah, that was it. That is all that happened. And so yeah, I had like a lot of fun this weekend. It was also very tiring because there was a lot of like people, a lot of socializing, and I am a very much an introvert. So, it was very tiring in that regard, but also it was very fun. I was with people that I haven't seen like so long, and yeah, had a lot of fun. It was a great weekend, but I didn't read anything. So yeah, that is that. And so this week I finished The Eye of the World. I read The Memory Collectors and I read only 63 pages of A Court of Mist and Fury, and that was 679 pages, which definitely like way less than I wanted. But since I didn't read during the weekend and also I went out with my friend on Thursday and barely read as well, that's still more than I expected that I would be able to read. So I'm actually happy with the amount of pages that I read considering the amount of time that I had. So yeah, that's it. That is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!